And some shops, you guys keep talking about how some of these shops are at the bottom and not making money and blah. Some of these shops are making fine money.
Oh yeah.
They're doing just fine. The problem is the consumer is actually getting.
Hey, my name's JR, and I'm the guy that gets to talk to shops all day long, every day about what they want. And you know what every shop wants? More cars. That's by far the most important thing. It's probably the most important thing for you. So what would be the best way to do that? Well, we've got this package that we made to specifically answer this question called the Car Count Booster. It's catchy, right? It's literally the 3 things you need to do that will cover the majority of your inbound marketing, getting people to call the shop. It's having an outstanding customized website, having a really, really good Google advertising plan, and then also having a really good SEO plan. So these 3 things together are a really good way to make the phone ring. And not only that, but to get customers that are qualified. So this is our Car Count Booster package. I love it. It's very, very popular, and it's a wonderful way to feel confident about that inbound lead strategy. So if you want to talk more about it, we had scheduled a discover call with me. I would love to meet with you, explain more about it, look at your shop, and see if we can work together.
Yeah. It's the whole country.
It's the whole country.
Right.
Absolutely.
The really good shops are the minority.
Yep.
Right. The majority are the shops that are drowning and can't figure it out and won't go to training. And what was the couple in Asheville that they were like, nah, man, we're like, hey, the minute we can get out of here. Right. You remember that?
Sure. I mean, that's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the moment I don't, you're questioning my old brain.
But I mean, like they were saying, hey, like we would love to come hang out with y'all and everything else, but like we're trying to focus on living life. Like we're done with this.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. Yeah. And some shops, you guys keep talking about how some of these shops are at the bottom and not making money and blah. Some of these shops are making fine money.
Oh yeah.
They're doing just fine. The problem is the consumer is actually getting a inferior product.
Mm-hmm.
And they are making the rest of us look skeezy because of their skeezy practices.
Sure. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
There's a shop right down the street from me, and I don't know the guy. And he's got whatever. It's a fine establishment. He does a lot of used car work. That's how he got started. He was doing all of the used car work in the area, which I have like 50 used car lots around me.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was sending their work to him. And he was charging like $60 an hour. He was doing one of them deals. Okay. He got busy enough. He ended up opening a second location in a nicer part of town. But if you look on he hasn't changed anything he's done. If you look on his invoice today, he charges $100 to $120 for Diag. And it just says, it's got a line. It says Diag, $120.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do for that $120? I don't know. Like, it doesn't tell me on this invoice. Maybe you explained it to me. Maybe you didn't. Even if you did explain it to me, you think I'm going to remember anything you said? Absolutely not. Can I take this to another professional and have them explain to me what it is that you did? No. Then what the hell? You just charged me money to what? Scan it? I don't know what the hell you did for. To this day, that's what he does. But he's making money.
Tell me about your experience. Like when you go to other shops, I mean, you had a problem. Did they charge you for testing? Did they tell you what was going? Did you get documentation about what they did?
The age-old, can you look at it?
Yeah.
Kind of deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about that experience, what it was like.
I mean, it's been a minute.
Right.
I've been going to your shop for a while, but you'll walk in and you tell them kind of what's going on, whatever. You talk to them on the phone, and they say, "Well, come by. we'll run some tests, whatever." And you get there, they do that, and tell you what's wrong. They charge. Yeah.
Do you typically wait on it when you were doing that?
Like at the business? No, I had like somebody drop me off. Yeah.
Right. So you drop it off, and then when they got done, did they tell you? Did they just say, "Hey, you need to replace this"? Did they tell you we did this test and this is what the test was and this was the result of the test?
No,
what did they?
No. They just said, "This is the problem. We'll replace it."
Right.
Yeah, they didn't go into detail of
They gave
And
you
then
an
if you were
estimate.
like,
what it
no,
was.
then it's like, okay, it's $100 to look at it.
right. Pretty much.
See that's the majority of shops.
Mhm.
It's not that they're not making money. They are making money. They're
Oh,
just
yeah.
putting out that kind of product.
Right.
And if you walk in there going, hey, come to this show. Hey, there's a better way, quote unquote, better way, or whatever. And the guy's looking at you going, did you see my truck and boat back at?
Yeah.
Like, what better way are you yammering on about? What I'm talking about is like, hey, I know you don't feel like a dirtbag, but what you're doing is dirtbaggy. It's an inferior product, and you're making the rest of us look bad.
Yeah.
You should stop.
And it's those shops
That doesn't go over well, by the way.
It's
Yeah,
those
they don't like
shops
that.
that
Not
you're
well
talking
received.
about that just don't care. They're fine with what they're doing. They're making good enough money, and they don't care to improve their
I'm
product.
telling you, that's the fat part of the bell curve. That is the fat part of the bell curve. You guys are like worried about this bottom 15% that are drowning. Okay, yeah, that's great to help those out. But the majority of shops are that. The majority of shops are like, I got my boat. I'm doing fine. We just write diag on the sheet. And, you know, if they don't buy anything from us, we tell them, hey, it was $80 to look at it. And the customers, whatever, they don't care. They don't care. The customer gets an inferior product. And they're most of them are paying flat rate. I guarantee you that. They're bringing guys in at $17 an hour, and I'll pay you even more if you flag X amount. You know, they've got these weird pay structures. They've got kids running around 18, 19, 20 years old, running them ragged, doing oil changes and tires. And they just burn them out, never train them, never develop them, and then they leave. And then they just bring another 18 or 19-year-old. I'm telling you, this is like, that's every shop in Kansas City is like that. All of them. The owner might be in the shop, might not. Older guy, probably owns the building. He's been there for 25 years. He's paid everything off. He's pulling $300,000 to $400,000 every single year. Or he pulls $50,000 a year and has a whole bunch of sketchy stuff. The boats in the shop's name, the 8 trucks he owns are in the shop names, the 3 vacation homes are in the shop. So he's doing one of them. Or he runs 2 sets of books. I've seen that happen too, where everything's cash is over on here, handwritten. You don't get a receipt kind of deal, but he's doing just fine. And they don't care to change. They don't care to change. And it's not whether you're doing DVI or you've got a nice shop management system like Shopware or using Parts Tech. Who else? You have a wonderful website from Shop Marketing Pros. I'm missing somebody. Or you're getting great coaching from the Institute. It's not any of that. It's not any of those things. It is the base motivation of the shop. I drive in an older minivan that has 150,000 plus miles on it. My wife is driving around a Honda with 300,000 miles on it. I don't like to buy cars. I think every car out on the market right now is absolute dumpster fire garbage. Every single one of them. Some Toyotas are okay, but most of them, I'm talking like...
Thank you. There we go. I felt it.
He
Felt
was
it.
like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
let
come
me-
on now.
I got to get that
Back
out there.
this down a little bit. Back this down.
I'm just telling you, like every Ford is junk, every Chevrolet's junk. They are just degrees of junk. And I get this all the time. They're like, what would you buy if I
How do you
wouldn't-
feel about Volkswagen and Audi?
Oh my goodness. I tell them all, they all look at me like I'm crazy. It's like, I would find a really clean 2009 Toyota Corolla. Really clean. A stick, even better. I would jump all over that car. And they were like, what? 2009 Toyota Corolla. They're indestructible. They get me from point A to point B, ridiculous gas mileage.
My next
and
car.
they don't break
Yeah.
down.
There, now we're talking.
They're
Teach me to drive a stick,
fantastic
though.
cars. That's what I tell these people to go out and buy. And they're thinking, it's like, wow, the new Tahoe's really nice. No, it is hot garbage. It is hot garbage. Are they nice? Yeah, they're nice. They're nice to get in. It's like, oh, look at all this leather or whatever. Everything breaks. Everything breaks. Everything's garbage. Everything is garbage. And so my base motivation is to get you to not buy a new car. That's it. I want to get you to drive this shitbox that you're driving as long as possible, because I hate the new cars and you're just making the problem worse by buying something new. So if you bring it to me, I'm going to inspect it and I'm going to tell you everything you need to do to try to keep it on the road as long as possible.
And
That's my base motivation.
And as cars go to a subscription base,
Yeah. It's
like
gonna
everything
happen.
else,
It's gonna
they're
happen.
going to keep
Maybe
being
the
pretty dang
market's-
disposable.
The market has sort of rejected that. But dude from California, Ryan, he does the shop acquisition stuff too. Tunison. Okay. That guy. I would take my car to him. Do you know why? He brags about his 400,000 mile plus Toyota Sequoia.
Yeah.
He brags about it. He's like, oh, look how clean my 400,000 mile Toyota is. Takes pictures of it, shows off the odometer. That guy understands it. That guy is going to keep my car on the road. He's going to give me a full inspection. He also uses a great shop management system, by the way, I know. He's going to show me everything wrong with the car, and he knows I just want to keep this car on the road. If you like that clip, you can watch the entire episode by clicking on the link in the description. We drop a brand new episode every single Monday evening. And if you want to escape our Google overlords, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast player. And we drop those episodes first thing Monday morning. Thank you to Shop Marketing Pros for sponsoring this video. Make sure you take advantage of the special offer just for our listeners. That link is also in the description. Leave us a like and a comment and make sure that you're subscribed.